We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Wyatt Milum, West Virginia offensive lineman. In this 2025 NFL draft class, he just plays with like this nastiness to him that I really like. He played left tackle for West Virginia, but I think he's one of those guys that will for sure be an interior offensive lineman at the next level, playing guard. I think it just better fits his skill set. He has the physical play style for it. He has the mentality to play on the interior, really good down blocker, getting involved on double teams, things like that. And I think it just helps out some of the weaknesses that he has out on the edge. Like, I think he's a little bit stiff. He's not the greatest athlete, and not the most elite length or anything. And I think those problems just become less of a problem on the interior. So that will help out his game a lot. So yeah, look for him to be a guard at the next level. He's a mauler. He plays to finish you, physical. I think in pass protection overall, he's like a pretty consistent player as well. He plays with some nuance too. He knows how to use his hands. Just kind of like getting the job done pass protection wise. But like, he's going to try to destroy you, attack the low hip, find the second level defender. I think he can show some movement skills, but he's more like moving in a straight line. He's not going to like be super impressive with his athleticism or anything, especially when he has to like change directions and stuff like that. But you can see some of the good work that gets done. And if you need, more of a physical presence on the interior, that is like a decent enough athlete and like, all the physical tools you're looking for, because he's not like got crazy physical tools or anything, but he just kind of, understands what he's doing out there, plays with good technique, good hand usage, like good timing, all that. And then obviously the physical stuff on the inside that we'll see. But here on the outside, love seeing this. Like, he's able to hook this guy pretty quickly. 90 takes a false step to the inside, but once he gets engaged here, you can just see him, get that hip across. And once 90 tries to work back across his face, use his own momentum against him and finish him to the ground, throw him down there. Instead of like keep trying to strain and cut this off, just boom, use that against him, finish him to the ground. Love that mentality. Really understands like how to use players' own momentum against them. Like, this guy tries to get back across the face, boom, get that right hand up underneath, like into that, armpit area, and that's how you just absolutely finish him to the ground. Like, so just like good understanding, good feel for like plays, instinctive in the moment, that type of thing. I think Milum's got that kind of unlock, good feel for all of that stuff. Another example, out on the edge, similar type of play. He can wash you down the line of scrimmage. Like, he's not the type of guy to like get you like reach and a bunch of cutoffs. Like, there's examples of him getting his hat across, but like he will like wash them down the line of scrimmage, create some cutback lanes, and he will finish this guy. Like, look how far he pushes him down the line, and then boom, land on top. Love that finishing mentality. But where I really like him, I think he's a gap scheme, really good gap scheme fit guy at the next level. On the interior, I think he can, be scheme versatile. But like, look at him like down block on this stuff. Look at him attack the low hip, fire off the ball, plays with good leverage and pad level in these situations, and he just completely washes that guy, displaces him down multiple gaps. This is exactly what you want to see. Like, I think if he's like down blocking, he could do this and then climb to the next level, cut someone off. We'll see, some examples of those. But very comfortable working in those types of situations, and the touchdown was literally just created from him. The running back got a clear lane from 74 working in those situations. That's what I really like about his game. But he can also be nuanced. Like, here, West Virginia running, he's kind of just on the backside, just, want to get this guy to the outside half of you and kick him out, working some duo stuff. And once he gets in this situation, use that, right arm, extend it, fully extend, understand how to use like independent hands, things like that, and get him to the ground and like sort of torque him out of the way. So just like good understanding of like situational football, having different tools in the bag, and then Milum finishing his guy again. Absolutely super impressive stuff. But it's really that, man, when he can attack downhill, get the down blocking stuff, and it's working off the back of him, he can just displace, moves this guy over quite a bit, and then is able to finish him, get him to the ground, like putting other people on the ground pretty consistently, and him not ending up on the ground that often. For not being like the greatest athlete, like, I don't think he has like too many balance issues or anything that, I noticed on the film. Here's an example of him moving decently well out in space. Like, as I was saying, like, if he just has to move in a straight line the whole way, like, obviously this is at an angle, but like if he's just moving the whole way down, like, one, he works through the contact of 90, dips and rips underneath it, is able to get out enough in space and get a body on 44. Like, a lot of guys wouldn't do that. And I think, being more on the interior too, like, he can get better angles to linebackers too. He doesn't have to, be relied on as much to make these types of athletic plays out in space, but like him showing it at least here, I think is pretty impressive to get a body on. And he's like sustains this too. I mean, he's kind of like him and that guy are like basically fighting. They go off the screen, but like that's the type of mentality that you want from an offensive lineman. Here's an example. I love the reach block. He gets basically, he's able to get out of his stance pretty effectively here, get his hips across, work laterally, and then like use his own momentum against him. He basically snatches him to the ground. Just another example of him playing with some nuanced play. He used the guy's own momentum against him. Just hearing getting a cutoff block. Those kinds of things that definitely help out. But this is where I really like him. Like when he can, boom, work down horizontally, work on a combo. Look at him attack the low hip. This is what you want to do when you're working a combo like this. Attack the low hip. This is where I love him the most. Attack the low hip. Look at him create this displacement. This guy gets moved over, thrown to the ground, and then get your eyes up and then find the backside backer on the play, which he does. He finds one, and then one tries to get around him. He's a little bit late to see it, but he's still able to get hands on enough. But it's really that initial part of the play, man, that's so good. Like him on those combos where he attacks low hip, he is just displacing people. And you're going to do a lot of that on the interior as well. Here's an example of him cutting off on the backside. Love seeing this. Like 6 has a leverage advantage. He's able to fly off the ball, take a really good angle. I think that helps him out because he's clearly, as you can see, he's not moving like the slowest off the line, but he's clearly not that like crazy explosive or anything. Angles are so important. So like angles, body positioning, leverage. I think he has a good understanding of that, and that helps him get into that spot because some guys are super athletic but just take poor angles to get there. That's a good rep. But it's plays like these that get me going. Like, boom, get off the ball, fire off the ball. Like this is a guy's lineup as a 2-eye. Get off the ball, attack the low hip, work the combo with 55. Look at the displacement created. This guy gets pushed over a full gap, which allows this guy to win this battle. He helps out the left guard so much. And he's still able to then climb up, find the second level defender, get a body on him, sustain that block, and then help carry it down the field for a few yards. That guy, maybe gets a little bit involved in the play, but that's just beautiful work to gain like those 5-6 yard pops. He is moving people. And then in pass protection, I think he was just like consistent. It wasn't as like maybe his flashy reps, but I think he just did a good, like I would like to see, I think athleticism is where he struggled in pass protection, but that will, be less of a problem with him playing interior at the next level. But I think he does a good enough job staying patient. Look, he waits for, the guy to throw his hands, boom, doesn't throw his hands out. He gets hands to the face, now gets engaged. I think he plays with like pretty good anchor. He'll try to finish you if given the opportunity in those situations. But like here, kind of gets pushed back a little bit. He's able to reset those hands. I like seeing him refit, like because he's more jump setting here, getting engaged quickly. Like seeing that, boom, gets hands in exactly where he wants. Now he's in a hand fight battle, gets pushed back a little bit, but now once he's getting pushed back, look at him reset and anchor. That's pretty good, effective right there because he's playing with, he's lifting up, good base right there, playing with knee bend and that type of thing. That's a pretty solid rep there to adjust on those situations. I do think, more of Milum as a run blocker, but some of the pass protection things, like he likes to be aggressive in his sets, and he can do that more often as a guard, which is where I think he's going to play at the next level. Play him at left guard, right guard. I mean, I've just been thinking of him as a left guard because he played left tackle, and I usually like to keep the guys on the same side, but I'm sure he could play both guard spots for you if you really wanted. So, Wyatt Milum, love his mauling, finishing, physical ability. Love that part of his game a lot. Love his ability as a combo blocker, attacking low hip, climbing to the next level, just absolutely displacing people out of gaps. That's what you're looking for. I think he's a day 2 prospect. Sometimes these guys that maybe aren't the most athletic fall a little bit, so like I wouldn't be surprised if he went even a little later than I expected and someone got like a nice value on him. So Wyatt Milum, big fan of his game. So if you guys are doing, like, comment, subscribe.